Picture a motorcycle that doesn't need massive horsepower or flashy electronics to feel alive. A bike that feels purposeful from the moment you swing a leg over the seat. A machine that invites confidence rather than intimidation. In 2026, Yamaha brings back a name that embodies those qualities perfectly. The Yamaha DT 125. This is a motorcycle built for riders who want connection, responsiveness, simplicity, and real-world capability all in one machine. It's not there to chase headlines. It's there to make every ride feel meaningful. From the very first glance, the 2026 Yamaha DT 125 looks like a motorcycle that wants to be ridden. Its design speaks of purpose. Slim bodywork, high ground clearance, a tall yet approachable stance. This bike doesn't look like it belongs in a showroom. It looks ready for the road, the trail, and everything in between. Nothing on it seems superfluous. Everything feels intentional. This lack of over-styling and focus on function is exactly what gives the DT 125 its unique character. It is simple but thoughtful. It is confident but not aggressive. It is ready without being overwhelming. Climbing aboard the DT 125 is an experience built around balance and control. The seat height feels comfortable, allowing riders of many different statures to plant their feet confidently on the ground. The fuel tank and bodywork are narrow enough to let you grip the bike easily with your knees, giving you better control both on the pavement and on loose surfaces. The handlebars sit in a natural, relaxed position, keeping your posture upright and your shoulders free of tension. This mix of comfort and control sets the tone before the engine even starts. When you fire up the engine, the DT 125 comes to life with a smooth, responsive character. The refined 125 cubic centimeters single-cylinder power plant isn't about overwhelming power. It's about usable, predictable performance. Throttle response is crisp but forgiving, allowing riders to develop confidence with every twist of the wrist. The power builds smoothly through the rev range, giving you strength when you need it in town and a steady roll on open roads. This engine doesn't intimidate, it encourages. The 6-speed transmission complements the engine beautifully. Lower gears give you precise control over technical sections and tight trails, while the higher gears provide relaxed cruising once the pavement spreads out in front of you. The clutch action is light and responsive, which is particularly helpful for newer riders mastering clutch and throttle coordination. No sudden surprises, no unpredictable behavior. Just reliable, steady performance. One of the most striking features of the DT 125 is its weight, or rather, its lightness. Yamaha has kept this bike lean and agile, which makes a world of difference in how it feels to ride. A lighter motorcycle is easier to maneuver through tight city streets, calmer on twisty back roads, and far more approachable when you're exploring gravel or forest paths. Everything about the DT 125's weight distribution feels intentional. You don't fight the bike, you guide it. In everyday city riding, the DT 125 feels surprisingly calm and cooperative. Traffic becomes less stressful. You flow through intersections rather than navigate them. Parking feels simple. U-turns are confident and natural. This bike doesn't demand your attention. It supports your ride. Its lightweight nature and intuitive throttle control make it effortless to handle low-speed traffic, and it never feels like a burden in dense congestion. On open roads, the DT 125 finds a comfortable rhythm. It is not a high-speed cruiser, but it handles moderate highway speeds with composure. The engine hums steadily beneath you without undue vibration, and the upright posture keeps your back relaxed. This isn't about chasing speed. It's about enjoying the steady rhythm of movement, a pace that feels natural, satisfying, and connected. The real magic happens when the pavement ends. Switch to gravel, dirt, or uneven terrain, and the DT 125 comes alive. The suspension system, long travel enough to absorb bumps without being harsh, gives the bike a composed feel on loose surfaces. The chassis remains stable. Standing on the pegs feels intuitive. Weight shifts translate directly into responsive control. This is where the DT 125 proves its dual sport spirit. It doesn't just survive varied terrain, it embraces it. Loose gravel becomes something to enjoy, not fear. Dirt trails feel like invitations rather than obstacles. The bike doesn't hesitate. you don't hesitate. Together you find a rhythm. The DT125 is more than a machine. It is a partner in exploration. Comfort plays a larger role than many riders expect. The seat provides support that's neither too soft nor too firm, keeping you comfortable during longer stretches. The upright posture reduces strain on wrists, shoulders, and lower back. Even after lengthy rides, you feel invigorated rather than fatigued. This encourages more riding. Longer journeys, deeper explorations, and more reasons to get on the bike and go. Fuel efficiency is another advantage. The 125 cubic centimeter engine is designed to sip fuel, not guzzle it. This means extended range between fill-ups, making longer trips feasible without constantly worrying about refueling. Spontaneous detours become easier. Side trips become normal. The bike's range starts to feel freeing rather than limiting. Maintenance on the DT125 remains refreshingly straightforward. Yamaha's engineering ensures that routine service points are easily accessible. Proven components, a simple design, and user-friendly engineering mean that routine maintenance, from oil changes to chain adjustments, is intuitive rather than intimidating. This simplicity not only keeps long-term ownership costs down, but also builds rider confidence. You don't worry about your bike, you ride it. Technology on the DT125 is minimal but purposeful. A clear digital display provides essential information: speed, fuel level, gear position, and trip details. Without clutter. This purposeful simplicity keeps your focus on riding, not on menus or settings. Every control feels intuitive. Every input feels direct. Braking performance deserves praise as well. Yamaha equips the DT125 with brakes tuned for smooth, predictable stopping power. Whether you're on pavement or a loose surface, the brakes communicate clearly. You always know how much stopping force you're applying. This predictability builds confidence, especially important for riders who are still refining their skills. Over time, the DT125 starts to teach you. It teaches balance. It teaches smooth throttle control. It teaches you how to read the road and adapt to changing surfaces. These lessons don't just apply to the DT125. They carry forward into every motorcycle you ride later. Riding becomes less about reacting and more about anticipating, feeling, and controlling. The 2026 Yamaha DT125 isn't a bike riders quickly outgrow. It grows with you. New riders find confidence in its predictability. Returning riders rediscover joy. Experienced riders appreciate simplicity, feel, and responsiveness. The bike never feels outdated. It never feels excessive. It always feels relevant. Many riders remember lightweight dual sports not for their horsepower, but for the feeling they deliver. The connection between rider, machine, and terrain. The sense of harmony when everything clicks. That feeling is what the DT125 captures. Not through gimmicks or gadgets, but through honest engineering, thoughtful design, and pure riding enjoyment. The 2026 Yamaha DT125 is not about domination. It's about connection. It's about confidence. It's about freedom. It doesn't shout. It communicates. It doesn't intimidate. It encourages. It doesn't complicate. It clarifies. Every ride feels personal. Every route feels inviting. Every kilometer feels like progress. This is Acer Rider. Ride aware. Ride confident. Ride with purpose. Because the best motorcycles aren't the ones with the biggest engines. They're the ones that make you want to ride again tomorrow. Disclaimer: some features, interpretations, and details in this script are generated or assisted by A1 based on historical model patterns, design trends, and expected industry direction, and may not reflect final official specifications released by Yamaha.